So if you guys have seen the videos with this truck, it is running. I took it on a 1,560 mile road trip up to Detroit and back, and I have a video that I'm editing on that trip. Before I left, I did change the position 1 knock sensor. The truck ran great, did good the whole time it was going, and on the way back, in the trip, I started getting where the remote start didn't want to work. Looked up the code P06CC, and that refers to the number 8 glow plug. So in this video, we'll be changing that glow plug. I'm just coming out of the house first thing next morning after we change the glow plug. Let's hit the remote start, see is it gonna work. That tells me the code's still gone. That was the only code I was getting. So let's get into changing this glow plug. What's up, guys? Today I am working on the 2017 Denali and got the L5P Duramax in it. I just took it on a long road trip, and before I left I put a knock sensor in, the position 1 knock sensor. It did good the whole time I was gone. I started on, right by the time I got back, I started getting another check engine light. It was P06CC, and when I looked it up, that's showing that there's an issue with the number 8 glow plug, and I was going to show you. This is one of your glow plugs, and here is the part number. Luckily I had one laying around. That probably didn't come out too very clear, but the part number will be in the description if it doesn't come out real clear on camera. Anyway, here's the glow plug, what it looks like when you take it out of the box. There is an 8mm nut that holds the wire on, and it usually, so far for me, they've all come off pretty easy. This housing right here, that's a 10mm. I did slide my socket down on it just to make sure I had a good snug fit, didn't have a wore out socket, because if this thing breaks your strips off, it's a bad deal. Now, I was talking to someone earlier, they said, well, the glow plug's not going to be a big deal unless it unless it's cold and you're having trouble starting and stuff like that. Well, for one, I like using my remote start. This will keep the remote start from working. And for two, this tip right here, I'm not gonna touch it, but you see the tip right out here. I've heard that on these trucks, that's something that has happened, is that tip can fall out. That could be the reason you're getting the code, is because that tip has gotten loose and you don't want it falling out into the cylinder and causing catastrophic engine failure. So anyway, I have one, it's throwing the code. I'm gonna go ahead and change it and go ahead and put this back in the box right now and see what I can do about getting this one out. Now, to get this out, you see the inner fender liner sitting over there. I didn't even think about doing a video on this until like right now. So on the driver's side, you have 2, 4, 6, 8. On the passenger side, it looks pretty much the same. You'll have cylinder number 1, number 3, number 5, and number 7. Cylinder number 1 is in the front, cylinder number 7 is in the back. Number 8 is kind of hard to see, but if I go right here, there it is. Right there. See the wire coming off of it? It looks kind of rusty. So I am going to take that 8mm bolt off. I've already got it loose. It wasn't a big deal at all to get loose. I'm gonna go right through here. I probably won't be able to do this and catch the nut and keep you guys on camera, but I do want to get on the nut and show you guys. Here's what I got. I got two long extensions and a short extension with a wobble. And like I say, I've already broken it loose, so I can just spin that off. Then I have to catch the nut, pull the wire off, and then we'll be ready for the 10mm. There's the nut. The wire's off. You can see it right in there. And you want to get it straight on with this. I like for the engine to be hot up to running temperature. You see number 2, number 4, number 6, and of course I got the one that's going to be probably the most challenging to get straight on, number 8. I was hoping I could get it from the top, but that just didn't work out for me. Anyway, I'm gonna get the 10mm situated. So I have these beveled extensions, Now that little bevel allows the socket to swivel, and then the other extension is also beveled, so it's going to allow me 2 pivot points. I really like these things. I got a 3-pack of them, and they're awesome. Run this socket, that's right up through there. We got a good bite on it, and it just slipped all the way down on it. So far I haven't broken one of these things off, and I'm hoping and praying today's not my day to start, because I don't have time for that. But I'm gonna put the phone down, grab the ratchet, and put on it, and see if I can ease this thing out. I don't know if this thing had been changed before or what, but that's about all the pressure I had to put against it. I literally just barely put a little force on it, and that's as tight as I will be putting it back too, because there's no sense in cranking these things down. You want them just tight enough that they're seated. So it's gonna be fun trying to fish it out without dropping it. But and the socket really doesn't want to come off of the plug itself. So I was hoping it would, so I could reach in with my fingers and just unscrew the actual glow plug. Maybe I can reach in there and pull that off. Ah, look at that. The whole plug come out. So let's see what she look like. And this is probably, you know, it's probably just literally just shorted out. Let's compare it to the new one. That corroded look on the end of it right there. But the truck's running great. I just got back from a 1,500 mile trip, 1,560 mile trip to Detroit, and I just wanted to make sure that they were the same length, like none of this had actually deteriorated when into the cylinder. But anyway, enough of that. Let's put this one in. So you're not able to see really good. It's hard to get the camera to focus with all that other stuff around it. But here it is. There we go. And I was watching with the flashlight through this hole. I could see the hole in the block, or in the head. And I eased that thing up in there, trying not to touch it on anything. And now we're just going finger tight with it. And I won't put anything on it, no ratchet, no wrench, until it is completely finger tight. And then just snug it up. I mean, I know there's probably a torque spec for this. I don't have it handy, and I don't really think that a torque wrench is going to get in through where I'm going. But that's snug. I just felt it snug down. I might can get a little bit tighter, but we'll just go ahead and put the ratchet on it and snug it up. I got in there and got the socket on. And now I'm going to try to go through with the extension. And right up against the daggone firewall. See if I can turn it any more by hand with the extension in it. I cannot. So now I'll take my ratchet and now I'm getting off. Now me personally, that's as tight as I want it. I mean, I put it just barely snug, as long as when I pull the socket off, it still feels good. I will go ahead and put the wire back on. But I think a lot of people feel like those things have to be just super, super tight. Which, hell, I've seen people put spark plugs in with the impact gun before, so just, you don't have to have them that tight. And it is tight. Then I'm going to get the wire if I can find it. right here. If I zoom way in, you guys can, it'll focus better, but then you still can't see because of my finger. Slid the wire up on the threads. Now get the nut. The rusty little nut. I should really clean that off, but I'm not going to. Be different if I was doing it on someone else's truck, I think. Yeah, so go ahead and get the nut started. Flashlight fell, but I don't need it if y'all don't need it. And it didn't fall, it's just not aimed right anymore. Alright, so now it's snug, I can feel it on the wire. Now I get the little 8mm and tighten that up. We'll call that good. There's snug. There she is. Glow plug changed. Now, like I say, it was a P06cc. Alright. We started up. Running. No check engine light at the moment. And I get a lot of questions about the auto sync. The auto sync plugs in to the OBD2 port, and you hit the rear defrost button 4 times and it brings up all kinds of cool stuff. But one of the coolest stuff is to be able to read and clear codes right from the dash on these. So there we go. Before, every time I start the truck, I had that P06cc, and now it's gone. So I'm gonna have to assume at the moment that fixed it. I think that's got it. We're gonna go ahead and stuff the inner fender liner back in. I hope you guys are having a good day, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.